Hello, everybody, and welcome to your podcast, Mind the Time. My name is Fintan Harvey, joined as always by Brandy Mahan.
Mind the time.
That was lovely, Brandy.
What's correct? You like that?
That was beautiful.
You're welcome.
Touch me a wee bit.
You're welcome. Well, don't accuse me of that just yet.
Brandy gets cancelled.
You can see my hands on the camera. They're right here. No, I'm grand. Hey, I'm a wee bit hungover. I had like 4 beers in the house last night, but they're big hefty boys, and they were 5%. So absolutely needless. But I just fancied having one, and then I had 4.
I'm not
hungover, but I'm just aware. My body's aware that I was drinking. My head is certainly aware.
Same. I had a couple of wee rum last night.
Oh, Jesus.
And but you know what, Brandy? We're self-inflicted and we're not too bad. But Shawnee Boy, on the other hand,
he's got a wee genuine sickness on him, eh?
Shawnee Boy's genuinely sick.
I'm surprised I'm sitting here.
Oh, listen to his wee voice. So we're going to talk all things flus and sicknesses and ringing in from work and been off school and
should be an absolute hoot.
Should be.
Delicious.
So Shawnee Boy, you're not feeling well, buddy.
Yeah.
You've a bit of a flu, maybe.
A week of it.
You've had a week of it.
Not even. Couldn't be like. I was totally grounded.
No, everyone's getting there at the minute.
Yeah.
The old cold snap.
Old cold snap. That's
it. Changes and all that crack.
Do you know what?
It was going round, and I knew a few people with it, so I definitely contracted it.
Do you get your flu jag?
I do not.
No.
Do you know everybody that you talk to whenever you say you've got a cold or something? I was like, Jesus, going round.
It's going round.
It's going round.
It's
going round.
It's going round.
This time I mean it. This time I mean it.
I'm actually normally somebody, I'm just a stupid thing to say, tempting fit now. I'm normally somebody that gets sick quite often. Not like drastically sick, but I'll get like maybe a wee chest infection or like a wee cold every so often. I haven't been sick now in ages. Touch the old wood, I'll probably get sick now tonight.
You fucking passed it on to me.
But
what did I tell you about touching wood?
But no, I literally haven't been sick. I was like the whole way through Christmas because my work is freezing and I always get sick like right up leading up to Christmas time.
Yeah.
And this year I was almost fucking forcing myself to get sick. You tell yourself you're going to devil, you sore throat, but I didn't. I'm still
happy days.
So happy days.
Still good.
Do you know what? Not rubbing it on or nothing, Sean. Like
I usually just get these like wee 2-day colds, and that's it. Like maybe like twice a year.
Yeah.
And that's what I thought was coming on Monday night. It was all it's just a wee 2-day cold. Fuck me.
Getner.
By Thursday, I was seriously ill. The most poorly I've ever felt.
Wow.
Seriously.
All right,
even above all hangovers, fucking COVID, all that shit. Like that was the worst.
Proper floor, Gila.
Yeah. Like Jesus. And it took away my creativity for a couple of days, which is, unlawful.
Yeah, it's a horrible one there. Horrible one.
Can't be doing that. No, you can't be taking away my art.
No. If you started doing art when you're sick, it would come out all while negative and you know what I mean? But pure dark.
Yeah, just painting in black and red.
Reflective of your feelings.
Yeah.
Fucking shit.
You put paint up your nostrils.
You put paint up anywhere.
Fucking sniffling and sneezing and blowing. So
up your hole with a big paint roll.
Normally when I get sick, it's I don't get like wee flus and stuff. Like maybe once a year or something, I'll get fucking floored by something.
You keep it for when it matters.
Keep it for when I just take it all in one big fucking super dose. Just
I'd be wild prone to chest infections. So much so that they're actually they're not even that bad anymore. Like I'm pure. Like Marion got a chest infection a while ago. She's never had one to the best of her knowledge, and it fucking floored her. She was absolutely getting her and she'd be sick quite a bit, but she always batters on with it. But this one, she couldn't know she was fucked.
Put you down just.
Last chest infection I had was last year, and I had to get I did like a week-long course of antibiotics and rang a doctor when it was finished. I'm as bad, if not worse, than I was before. And then he gave me this other one. He's all, I'm going to give you a stronger one. I was like, why didn't you just give me that the first fucking time?
I know, man, that's the balls. They always do that. They give you this wee one and then go, sure, we'll try that first. No, just give me the fucking good shit. Like, try
it for a week of being sick still, and then come back to me when you're still getting her tight in a week.
And then we'll give you the proper one.
Another weekend.
Maybe you didn't deserve it. Maybe you're acting the fucking big shot.
Maybe.
Nah, I'm joking.
So you were off then the weekend, Sean? You didn't
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So
yeah.
Is your line of work? Is it a bit of a hand on if you ring in sick to your work? Because obviously you're quite needed. Do you know what I mean?
It can be, but if you're sick, you're sick.
No, I know out there. I'm not. But I mean, like, is there somebody ready to sort of stand in or something like that? Because
not always.
Quite a small team, isn't it?
Not always.
Handling, trying to get cover and stuff. But then, it's out of your hands then. Like,
if you're sick, you're sick 100%.
And do you know what? I hate phoning in. Like, I know you should be phoning in sick, but I haven't phoned in sick in I think nearly 15 years.
No, I'm the same.
I'm not joking.
Try and not miss a day at all. Like, do you know what I mean?
You see, I used to be like that, but now I've got to the stage where I'm like, if somebody come into my work sick, I'd be like, I don't want to work with you today.
No, it's true as well.
You know, because you could just bring down the whole team.
But the last few jobs I've had, bar when I was in A&E for a bit, I would miss 3 days there because I had like some kind of RSV is what I had, like a chest infection as well. Surprise, surprise. But last few jobs I've had, and the job I have now as well, it's always been a very small team. I'm always very fucking needed. Like if I'm not going to, especially when I was in like the kitchens and stuff.
Oh fuck!
A lot of the days I would have been maybe like the person in charge, and if I wasn't coming in, people didn't know what they do. Yeah. So I had to basically be there. Do you know what I mean? So I always think I have that thing. Even when you like rang and if you like stayed off school sick and all, there's always that wee bit of guilt. You're like, am I sick enough?
Oh, big time. Work? Yeah.
Like if I'm lying about the house playing the Xbox and just watching films and like eating, I could be at work. I could be at school. Do you know what I mean? But also, fuck that. You need a wee break sometimes.
But it's your body. Like you're trying to give your body that space and that rest.
Well, that's the thing you said as well. It is about like. I'm the same. Like if somebody, like people would have come in the kitchen and been like, "Oh, fucking wild bug in my house, all the way and just sick," and I'd be like, "Are they? All right, see ya." Get the fuck. I'd rather have an awful day here myself than work with you and maybe get this bug you keep slabbering about. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm on them, boys.
See, whenever ringing in sick, like, and we were saying we fucking hate doing it, but do you ever have, like, say you're sick and I don't know, you've got the fucking scoots or something, like,
well, if you've got the scoots.
I
don't even fucking even a question.
But you know the way, like, say if you had the scoots and like, you know, you're perfectly able to chat and fucking all the rest, but then when you ring work, you're like, I'm not
you have
well. You have to like bring it up about it. It's like, I'm really not well.
I've got the shites. Why are you coughing then? I've just got the wild shites and it's giving me a cough. I actually rang, I can say this now because I don't work anymore, but I rang on the sick to Lunds one time the day before a shift because I wanted to go camping that night. I rang in, one of the man says, I'm well sick, hey, and I don't think I'm going to make it in tomorrow. And whoever it was like, no, look, you can't ring in the night and you have to, like, that's alright, but like ring in tomorrow morning and like just tell us if you're any better or not. And I was all like, I knew I wasn't going to be able to because I was going to kind of go by and I wouldn't have signal. So I was all, right, I will ring in tomorrow then, see a crack. And I was all, and then just at that, somebody who was like there was all, is that Brenton looking hanging? And she'll tell him I'll do, say it was a Sunday. Well, I'll do it, sure. And I was here, I was all right. She was all, such and such said she'll do it. I was all, we went camping then. But I tell you what, the next day I was sick.
Were you?
I was very fucking ill, so I wasn't lying.
Right, come back to bite you.
Exactly.
It's been a long time. It's been a while since I rang off sick from work, but staying off school when you were away,
it was class.
That was brilliant.
I love that.
You know, all the TV that you got to see and all that you never see during the day.
Wurzel Gummidge. I always remember that.
Yeah.
That was a show you didn't see unless you were off sick.
The wee scarecrow boy.
Yeah. Or Loose Woman.
No.
You see, mine would have been me earlier than that. Like, I remember there was a show called Going for Gold.
Right.
Going for gold. Yeah. There was a Northern Ireland man. He was the host of it. Right. I always remember that was something my ma would have watched during the day when you're at school, and you got to see all them things.
Right.
Yeah. And Golden Girls.
You say you got to see them things? Is that good? You had to see them.
But it felt the show was better because you knew you were getting it because you weren't.
And you're like looking at the time, you know, and boys are all on like RE.
Yeah. And then when everybody come home from school, see the back of my house, right? We used to be up in. When I was sick, you would put up the Rima's room up under the bed and you'd be brought up fucking flat 7-Up and all that crack, like bowl beside you and all, but the back window was looking out the where we played football up the back, so it was called, right? So we height, so we green up behind my ma's house, and used to sit up there and watch everybody out playing football then. And I used to always pretend I was in the director's box.
You know,
because I was looking down on them was class.
And you're like, I feel a bit better now, can I go out? And your man's if you're going out tonight, you're going to school tomorrow.
Exactly, yeah, shout on.
But we would only got one day off. If you were sick, you would have only got one day anyway, so fuck it.
Only time you I said about having impetigo, I was off for about 3 weeks, but that was just had to be. The school were all get him, they fucking on my side.
See, that's another thing with schools too. See the way schools give awards for not missing a day? That's bullshit.
No.
They're giving awards for people getting everybody else fucking sick. Do you know, because there's no way a Wayne goes, no way, like sometimes a Wayne go the whole way through primary school and they get an award for not being sick.
Marion.
That Wayne was sick a lot. You know what I mean? So
Marion never missed a day.
Did she not?
I don't think. It might have been secondary school, or no, it wasn't secondary school. Primary school, maybe. I don't think she missed a day.
Yeah.
So I could be wrong about that. She'll correct me anyway.
But that's it. Just you bring sickness to other people.
Oh, no, 100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Good gift.
Definitely.
What was I going to say? about being off when you were a wee. I can't even remember. It was the 7-Up thing. I want to go back there.
The flat
What
7
the
Up.
fuck is this flat 7-Up crack?
I don't know what it is.
No, I've heard that before. I always got Lucozade Sport. I would have got a bottle of Lucozade Sport, and like depends what you were sick. If you had a wee sore throat, I would have had like ice cream or something. But I actually remember when I was like 3rd year in school, and I used to get tonsillitis about every fucking 2 weeks. I used to get it tight, so they were eventually you need to get your tonsils out. So I got my tonsils out. That was grand in hospital for like a night or two. But then I got a throat infection after. Like my thing didn't heal properly, and it got infected. So it was probably the worst sickness I've ever had in my life. Luckily, because I know it's not a well serious thing. But it was like 3 weeks. I couldn't eat. Not for the whole throat, but for about a week I couldn't eat. All I could do, even like sipping water, used to like sting my throat. My throat felt like it was all swole up. And my dad used to give me this like it was like Nesquik flavoured milk, and that was all I could fucking take. I was just like sipping this like chocolate flavoured milk. But I remember lying on the sofa and like would have been ads on for like Coke. And it was like, because I couldn't drink anything or like eat anything proper. There was an ad for Coke, and it was like, like the frosted glass comes down and then the ice cubes fall on it. And a wee slice of lemon falls on it, and then there's the sound of the can opening and the pouring sound. And I was basically up licking the TV. And I'd be like, can I get a can of Coke when I'm feeling better? And all? I'll never forget that wee time of just like watching ads and be like, oh, I want that so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, craving it just.
So God love people who actually have like serious fucking illnesses, because even the memories of that, I'd be all like, oh, it was grim there.
Yeah, it's harsh. Did you ever you were in hospital that time to get your their tonsils out?
Yes.
Was that the only time you spent in hospital?
It was, and apparently I have I feel like a vague memory of this, or maybe I'm just fake remembering it because they told me. But when I woke up after my operation, apparently I started going fucking mental, and they had to put me back to sleep again. It's a thing sometimes that people do. First time under anesthesia, when I woke up, I basically got up and started basically like try to take all the things out, and they were like no, and then they were like grabbing me, and I started like swinging for them and all. And then they told me they had to put me back to sleep.
Wow.
And then like I woke up again, and I woke up again.
When they say put you back to sleep, did somebody just fucking hit you a right hook?
Just fucking
planted you.
Just woke up with a black eye and an even sore throat. But no, they said they had to like sedate me again, because I was like, they were all, sometimes people react badly coming off the anesthesia first time.
I've seen videos of people coming out of anesthesia. Did you see, like, it's so funny. Like,
Americans after the dentist, going to Dubai.
Yeah. There's one I've seen, and there's this guy, and it's his sister, and he's like, who are you? He's like, you're my sister? Oh my god.
It's class. I've seen them before, but Americans
sounds like he fucking fancied her or something. Bird.
Americans seem to get fucking sedated if they go in with a blocked nose.
Oh, I man, get their fucking fingernails cut. Yeah.
Do you remember a sickness when you were a kid, just like a stomach bug? Mm-hmm. What happened to those?
Well, stomach bugs are still about. They're called stomach flu now. It's like,
but why? I mean, like they stop at a certain age, but do you know what I mean?
No, people still get bugs.
You still get a bug?
Oh fuck,
but I haven't had anything like that.
No, I haven't either in ages.
Like, remember you were properly like, it was fucking sore, and you would be a wee bit of vomiting during the day.
I've only had that like once, but I think it was food poisoning more than a bug, because I ate like a Chinese that night, and then I was living in my ma's house at the time years ago, like, and I woke up and it was grand. I ate the Chinese. And I woke up at about 4 in the morning and just had a like run on I just woke up and was all, I'm going to throw up, and I ran in and like projectile threw up into the toilet, and then I had to get up and basically sit in the toilet, and I was like throwing up over my own lap.
Oh man, coming out both ends,
just fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
And that was that for about 24 to 48 hours. And I was actually, it got to a point where I was like hanging off the side of my bed, throwing up into a basin. It got to a point where there was nothing left inside me to come up, but I still had that sick feeling, so I was still gagging. So I just spent about 2 hours going like, oh, I got there. And I did it so ferociously and for so long, hanging over it in such a weird way, that I actually popped my right shoulder. Like,
no way.
Fucking my right shoulder. We went down to Paul Simon in Dublin a few days after, me and my two brothers, my brother's mate Brian, and we were standing in the bar, and I had just sort of come around to myself, and we were standing there, and Brian was like, why are you standing like that? And I was like, what do you mean? And he was all, your fucking shoulders like way out right. And I was all, I don't know. And he was all, hold on a minute. And he's like a boxing and coach and all this here, so he knows all about these things. And he was all, man, your shoulders way out of fucking joint.
What?
And he basically went like, and like
fucking right there in the bar,
in the middle of a bar in Dublin at about half one there.
Holy shit!
And I was all, Jesus! But then after that, I was all, ooh. It like felt class, you know. Fucking mad.
How did you not notice your arm?
I was just, my whole body was fucked. I shouldn't have been anywhere near the place. You know what I mean? I got there. But he just like.
You probably look like what do you call him? Fucking Igor from Young Frankenstein.
One of them with a wee tiny head. But so that's hey, that was that crack there.
I was I was in hospital when I think it was P5, and I don't even know what it was wrong with me actually. I think it was something. I think it was fucking growing pains,
right?
But I don't know. It could be a technical term for it. But anyway, I was in for like 5 nights or something, and my right leg was up on a weight on a pulley. I don't know what it was about anyway, but I had to have my leg up for like 5 days.
Like in a film?
Like in a film. Yeah, it was like in a film.
And then somebody comes in and accidentally leans on it or something, you're like,
yeah. And I always remember, so they had it hooked on to my leg, and then they had like, you know, the sticky plasters, but it was the roll of it wrapped around. And I remember the peeling of that off when it was getting out. That was the hardest bit of the whole fucking thing.
And then did they sit you on a wheelchair and put you up against a window in your apartment, and you started watching all the other apartments and you witnessed the murder? Did you do that?
I did. I did. It was last.
Rear window.
Yeah.
I still actually.
That's actually not the first time somebody's made a James Stewart movie pun about what we're talking about. Remember you started saying about It's a Wonderful Life last time?
That's right.
That wasn't even on purpose.
Jim.
It's getting freaky up on here.
What did they watch that again recently? Rear Window.
That's class.
Really want to see it. Brilliant.
I still had from that time in hospital. All our class, I was in P5, and so all the class wrote letters. You know, wishing me get better. Still have them all. My ma keep everything like. But yeah, it's funny to read through them, and I was showing them to people like as adults. It's like yeah.
No, I still have my P7 T-shirt that was signed by everybody too. And like my teachers and all signed it. It's still there. And I seen it at my ma's house recently.
Yeah.
My P7 teacher wrote you'll make the stage one day.
Wow.
I was like a wee fucking performer, like a wee clown sort of, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Was this for them to take?
Definitely been up on stage. Miss it.
Is that what it was for?
No, last day of P7 just. When you're leaving school, you all sign each other's t-shirts and all. Do you do that now?
No, I remember signing shirts. That was a thing. I don't know where that ever ended up though. It's probably somewhere in the house.
Last day of Oak Grove College, we all just basically bit the fucking head of each other, rip the uniform off each other. Crack.
I remember people burning their uniforms and all at the end of it, like some sort of like a fucking ritual.
The year above me in Oak Grove, a couple of my mates, like Johnny Humanall would have been on. They on their last day, their whole year, there's like a wee pond up the top of the grounds in our school, and they all ran and like jumped on it and all. But the school went fucking mad because obviously it was like, you know, they were keeping it as like a wee project, like a wee ecosystem kind of project and all. And then they put up a big thing, a big warning, like no our ears are to do this here, and also a big like list and diagram of all the wee things that lived on there, and these wee things like wee ticks and things that'll bite you and blah blah blah. So everyone was all fuck.
Yeah, no, scrap that. See that thing you're saying about you could have had food poisoning because how would you know? Do you know what I mean? We were down, it was 2 years ago. No, it was just after COVID and myself and Sorka and our friends Rach and Mike, we went down and stayed in Donegal all night. And it was last, we went out and all. See, when we got home, man, I was so fucking sick. Probably the sickest I've ever been. So in a week of just throwing up, was coming out of fucking everywhere. And then Rachel was the exact same, so bad. Right. Mike and Sorka had it too, but not as bad. But we were like, we must get fucking food poisoning.
Did you all eat the same thing?
We all ate in the same place.
Probably then.
And then we went in, so we ate in that place when we got there, and then we went into the same place the next morning. It was attached to where we were staying. And the guy that was working there looked sick as fuck.
Maybe he got us all sick.
Maybe he got us all sick,
Dirty brute. So that's another thing. Like when I work in kitchens, just to ring in sick, you'd be all like, I shouldn't be cooking people's food today. I wouldn't want to fucking, I'm pure like, snottery and like, you don't want me cooking your food when I'm like that.
Suppose that's it when you go out somewhere, man, and you go for a meal, like you don't know.
You know, you look and you see a chef, nah, maybe not.
Oh, you don't know what you've had?
No. But I was always,
do you know what I mean in your lifetime?
I can pride myself on saying I was always very, very fucking clean and hygienic. I took it very seriously that like I was making food for people. Yeah. I wash my hands every time I fucking looked at something. I wash my hands. Like changing your gloves, and if you handle anything, and like we had like a wee gluten-free area over here. If there was a gluten-free dish, you had to like put on gloves and be all right, I'll take it over here, because I couldn't even touch anything. Do you know what I mean?
Man,
that couldn't even go on your plate if you were gluten-free.
The fucking responsibility of that.
Oh no. But even worse, somebody used to come in and be all, there's somebody out there with a nut allergy.
Oh, that'd be scary the shit out of
Don't
you.
tell them to get out. Like, no offense, but don't fuck off. I can't be dealing with that stress there. You're waiting for a phone call, like an hour later, saying, "Oh, this person's fucking sick or something."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, fuck that. That's a lot of worry, a lot of stress.
It's a bad job. Hey,
Yeah. Where so what do you do when you get sick? Do you just take to the bed or?
it's very different now. With Wayne's, you don't really get to do any of that. You
Yeah.
just have to batter on. Like, obviously, with me and Marion, if one of us is sick, the other will try and keep things
Pick up the
going,
slack.
let them go up. But even like, you can't get lying down for a long time, for periods of time. So
Yeah.
you have to just hope that you're the only person in the house. Otherwise, you may as well just get up and
Just
you know
keep
what I mean?
going. Yeah.
But when I was younger, I used to just sit and just lie and watch as many. I was off sick from Duns one time, genuinely sick, and I lay on my ma's sofa and watched the entire first season of Making a Murderer
All right.
on my iPad, and just watched every episode back to back, just lying there.
Yeah.
But I didn't mind that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. What else were we going to talk about?
What do you tick when you are sick? What's the main thing? Because see, everybody fucking tells me all I heard this week was tick lamb sips.
Suppose
Is
it's
this
the
lamb sips or
paracetamol
one
in
of
it.
these?
It's just
It's just fucking paracetamol.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
It's like, no, but the lemon will really help you. It's like artificial lemon.
No.
Yeah, it's not even real lemons.
Fuck me. That's all I hear, lamb sips, but they feel really nice.
Yeah.
No,
They're really nice.
The old fucking cliche of just eat paracetamol
Fucking
and
lime sip.
drink loads of fucking water.
Getting plenty of fucking fluids on you. That's the
Because it makes you like pish a while that, and then you're like pishing it out and sweating it out.
run it through.
Apparently, it's the three natural things, what you're saying there. It's like sleep, air, and water.
Water.
So I actually, like, I'm not one for taking things,
No.
but I did this week, like, I just needed something.
On the paracetamol,
And then-
great. What paracetamol does, it doesn't
Yeah.
fucking cure you, but it manages your symptoms.
Exactly,
If you have a
yeah.
temperature, paracetamol will bring
Yeah.
it down. If you've got a sore head, it'll sort of alleviate that a wee bit. So no, it is. People go, I'm not taking that. Fucking take paracetamol.
Fuck a ticket, that's what it's there for.
And I think
And then like things like night nurse at night, they sort of relax you a wee bit and help you sleep. Good jobs too.
I did ibuprofen a wee bit this week too.
I find
And then-
ibuprofen better for like muscle pain and like maybe teeth or like muscles, whereas if you're like sick, paracetamol's better. That's just my
And then there's hot toddies.
hot toddies.
And then again,
Oh.
I looked it up, like I googled all this stuff this week out of curiosity, and it was like hot toddies, or as you know, alcohol, hot whiskeys, hot brandies, fucking good for the fluid. It's like no,
I think it just
they're just nice.
It just makes you feel a bit drunk. You know, you feel a bit better now.
It can
You know
clear
what
the
I mean?
sinuses and all though, can't it? Like
I honestly, I've always thought that was an old wives' tale. I think it just literally makes you feel a bit better, gets a bit of colour in your cheeks, a wee bit of alcohol in your system, and the warmth makes you feel like you're
coming
you know
around.
what I mean? It definitely works for people, but it's not medicinal. It just makes you feel a wee bit half cut.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What I do like is like a fucking Bombay bad boy pot noodle, but when you're
Spice.
it's the only thing you can one taste,
Spicy's good. Yeah.
and then it clears your fucking sinuses.
Oh, I like a big spicy curry or something, get your nose running, and 100%.
But I told you, I had this curry last night. This curry that I had left over in the Carolyn curry, and I couldn't even fucking taste it.
No.
And it's overwhelming when you have your full senses. Like
No, if you
That's
can't taste
mental,
the-
yeah.
if you
Fucking
can't
taste
taste the curry, you're just badly bunged.
there's only weird. There's the way like so. I there's things I can still taste a wee bit this week, but it's very rare. I mean, it's very very particular things. Like I got a hint of chocolate the other day, so I'm like, how can I taste chocolate but not a fucking strong curry?
Oh, that's mental.
Like, how can I taste, A, B, or C?
Yeah.
But yeah, weird.
I always find as well the cabin fever that you get from fucking when you're sick and you're in the house for so long and you're just in your room or whatever. Just that craving to get out again. Huh?
I enjoyed it on Friday. Again, what I was saying like earlier, I don't like when it interrupts my creativity.
No.
So like I couldn't do any art on Friday. Like I just wanted to. All I could do is sit. I just sat like this. Literally, my arms was like just watching James Bond.
I think if you're not like badly sick, it can almost be quite nice because obviously the three of us, we've quite busy fucking lives. You're always on the go and you've always got something to do and you're like working, and then I'm coming home and there's like wains and stuff. But when you're sick, you're sort of forced to just sit there.
It's permission to stop.
And that's when you can just sit there and be like, I'm just going to watch 4 or 5 episodes of this fucking show. I'm just going to watch a random film at 9 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in that way, it's kind of good. Like, but
This is saying right. I do own a lot to James Bond this week, right? And I don't
James
mean James Bond specifically. The misogynist,
Michael
fucking
Scott.
sexual harasser. I mean James Bond the movie. The movies, they're fucking. There's something about them. I've sort of acquired quite a bond. Those movies this week.
Oh, you haven't lost the plot, Sean.
I've never been a fan of James Bond, you know.
Neither have I.
I don't know why.
Neither have I.
Can't get into it at all.
See, I think it was never on our house growing up because my dad was like, he's a fucking British Secret Service agent. Like,
that's just not my cup of tea.
They're glamorizing him.
No, they're funny films. Like, again, like forget about James Bond being an absolute, again, misogynist, fucking sexist, fucking and sex harassment, which is actually funny because I started GoldenEye today, so I've sort of been doing them year by year, and I started GoldenEye, which is the first Pierce Brosnan one, and they bring him up and all that shit in this one, and I was oh my god, this is the mid-90s.
No way.
This is quite. I didn't think they were sort of going to get into that until
how much later?
The Daniel Craig ones, but they pull him up on it. Like even Moneypenny was like, James, that could be seen as sexual harassment. No, because he's chatting there kind of sexually, and she's all like, "Stop your sexual innuendos." I was all, "Go on, Moneypenny."
Go on, Moneypenny.
Well, that was his character. To be fair, he was never portrayed. Everyone always thought he was this like wee hero, but he was like in the books and all. In the original thing, he would have been portrayed as a buddy in our soul. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, they say that the best adaptation of him was Timothy Dalton.
Right.
Because
who's your favourite Bond?
He's a bit dark. Do you know what? Rewatching them again, I used to say it was Timothy Dalton to annoy people. But when I rewatched them,
just to annoy people.
I don't know. I can't help it. I enjoy Roger Moore.
Yeah. I'm not sure I've even seen ones that old, to be honest.
He's just funny.
Pierce Brosnan was probably the first, or maybe Sean Connery, first one I've seen.
Like, I think most people would say Sean Connery, but I think Roger Moore has this, like, I think are the best Bond films. Don't know. It's just...
No, I'd need to be really sick before I fucking watch James Bond.
I'm just not a big fan of like just big all-out action kind of films. No, when he's like jumping from one lorry to another, and like I'm just sitting there all like
they are like kind of Fast and Furious.
It just bores me. It's not my cup of tea. But hey,
I did
see him, but I loved the Bourne movies.
I've only seen a couple of them when I was really young. Can't really remember them. Matt Damon.
That was brilliant. Enjoyed that. Now it was a good show, but I wouldn't be normally a genre I would go for. Like
I did combine a few Bond films.
Oh, we've got a list
with flu related.
Okay,
go for it.
Let's hear it.
So we've got Cold Finger.
Oh, Sean's fucking learned that one.
It's brilliant.
Cold Finger.
We've got
I like it.
Live and Lamb Sip.
Ooh.
A Flew to a Kill. Yeah. License to Ill.
Ooh.
Which is actually the name of a Beastie Boys album.
License to Ill.
Yeah.
Right.
You've got Dosed Another Day.
Dosed Another Day.
And Sky Flew. That's the worst one.
Dosed and Confused.
But do you know what this brings me into to the theme of Bond, right? I'm telling you, the first day that I started watching the Pierce Brosnan ones. But we were talking earlier, Fintan, about delirium. Do you ever get delirium when you're sick? Delirium?
What do you mean by delirium?
So when you get like a high temperature or whatever, your mind just starts going.
A wee bit and
we got mental mad dreams, really lucid dreams.
I have had that before. When I had my throat infection, I thought my dad was in my room hoovering. I turned around to tell him to pack it in, and there was nobody there. I was like half awake, half asleep. I was like, wait, they're in the room with hoover. And I looked around, and I was like, Jesus, I am fucked.
That's fucking so weird.
I know.
Is that a Henry Hoover? Just sitting there looking at you?
My sister always tells, I don't even think I was born. I wasn't born at this time. We lived in Fall Springs before, and my sister Emma would have been younger, maybe about 7, 8, whatever, and she was well sick and actually well fever and all this here. So she says one night she got up in the middle of the night and her bedroom door there was a wee square landing and all the doors kind of facing each other. She left her door open and they left the light on for her because she was maybe in and out the toilet and stuff like this here. So she said she's lying one night anyway, and she heard like a noise and she looked out of her door and seen my ma walking out of her room. So she was all, Mommy. And my ma didn't respond. So Emma got up out of her bed. My mum went down the stairs. Emma looked over the banister and was all, Mommy, called her again. So my ma walked out the front door and closed it behind her. And she was all heard the door close. And I was like, Mommy, where are you going? And just at that, Emma turned round, my man standing, what are you shouting at me for?
Freakish out,
And she says, I swear to God, I seen her walk down the fucking stairs and out the door.
It's mad what the mind can do, isn't it? Hey?
Crazy. And then my ma was all like, get back to bed, like, scared of fuck. You're away standing on the light. You know what I mean? That was obviously just, but to this day, she was all still remembered, but I was obviously just, I was sick and obviously fucking hallucinating or whatever.
Mine's is always in bed. Like I remember the last, like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday nights was probably the worst hit. And Wednesday night was, I was on work, and my dream all night was like I could see like a car engine, and or was it Tuesday night? I forget. It was like a car engine, but all my limbs were like hanging out of it.
Jesus.
Do you know what I mean? It was like, if you imagine a car engine with just limbs hanging out of it. Like,
so were you looking at the car engine and you could see your limbs? I was looking at it,
but I could see me.
Wow.
As a
maybe
car
it
engine.
was like representative of the engine on your body.
Engine failure.
Broken down.
Engine failure.
There was a flashing engine light.
Hazard light on.
Yeah.
You fucking red one. And this was all night. This was the same dream all night. And you just be going, it nearly fucking drives you mad. The next night then it was all, I think it was derived from like paperwork and work. Do you know what I mean? So it was just all grids and pages and fucking lines and borders. And again, it was like, it just went on the whole night. And it was like fucking delirium. But the funniest one then was the night after. And again, this is why I'm going back to Pierce Brosnan. I was convinced, right? I was lying in my own bed this time. And I was convinced, and I wouldn't open my eyes, that Pierce Brosnan's wheelbarrow was on my bed.
His wheelbarrow?
Does he have a wheelbarrow?
I don't know. I swear to God. And I was all...
The man with the golden wheelbarrow.
That wheelbarrow was right beside me in this fucking bed. And I was like, nah, if I open my eyes, there's a wheelbarrow there. And then I was all, but how could there be? Like, who would have put it there? Who could come into my house? It's double locked downstairs. I'm almost sure I've double locked my door. And I was like, if I open my eyes now, but there's going to be a wheelbarrow here. And
imagine there was.
I was fucking freaking.
See,
and then
your dream, you say?
I swear to God,
Reynolds and fucking wheelbarrows.
I refused to open my eyes for about half an hour. I was sitting in my bed debating this, and then when I actually came and had the right fucking mental capacity to actually properly, think about it, and go, oh, it couldn't be. I went, it's not there. It's definitely not there. And then I opened my eyes and was like, thank fuck.
You turn around, you're like, see, if I turn around and there's a fucking wheelbarrow on my bed, I'm away.
How about here?
And you look around, there's one there, and you're, for fuck's sake.
And then I turned the other way, and it was actually Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah.
Don't know which would be worse.
I'd be more scared of the wheelbarrow, to be honest. I'd just go, Pierce, get out. Where the fuck?
I remember the wheel, I could draw it, but I'm not gonna.
Can you wheelie?
Can I wheelie?
Oh. Can I borrow it after?
Oh. Oh God.
Aye. You live in puns with me, boy.
Hey, get your puns. Sun's out, puns out.
Sun's out, pon's out.
Sun is out. What the fuck is going on?
It's a bit sunny out there. It's still cold, but hey.
No, it feels like spring's there. Although, like, next week it could be fucking depths of winter again, but it does feel like it's getting into spring again.
I'll tell you what, right? See, the weather was kind of like was it yesterday or Friday? And all I heard was grass cutters, like, what do you call them? Lawnmowers.
Yeah.
Lawnmowers.
I was all, what the fuck?
Funny, I was thinking about
Really
this the other day. This is really off topic, right? But another way, like, I've like family in Mahara, and all, like, my uncle from Mahara always would have said, get out and mow the lawn instead of like cut the grass. Do you know what I mean? I used to always be all like, why is he saying mow the lawn? It's like pure American. And then somebody was all, well, if you don't say mow the lawn, you shouldn't be calling it a lawnmower. You should be calling it a grass cutter. And I was all, hey. Do you know what I mean? So there that is. I know. Mine's blown.
There you go.
Mine's blown, I know. Lawnmower, a grass cutter. I actually quite like cutting the grass, but our garden's too marshy for it.
Oh, is it?
I have to wait a wee bit. It's like dry for a few days.
Do you know, it's the wrong time to be cutting it now, you know, even if it is, because again, winter could be back and then you've got the poor wee grass being cut and scarred.
Right.
Yeah. And then it could damage the grass then when it hits a good full sharp frost on it.
Hey, Jesus.
So
good country knowledge here.
Leave it for another while.
Fair enough.
Don't be
You could keep all your grass in a Pierce Brosnan wheelbarrow at the side.
You could.
And then just put it
I
back.
was just thinking that myself.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking that this morning before we even came here about Pierce Brosnan wheelbarrows.
Like, are we due snow again?
Man, that's the thing. Sure, you can get fucking snow right up to April, like.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Imagine this was the summer now. It'd be great.
I had you were saying about car engine light coming on. I had that yesterday. I was driving out to Claudia. I went up the wee slip road off the new road and it just come fucking flashing up. Turn off engine immediately.
That happens mine sometimes, but it's normally bullshit.
Mine's was there was no fucking oil in it.
All right.
I don't know how it got to the point though where it didn't come up like low oil or anything.
No.
It just went straight to fucking like zero oil, and then I got out of the car, put on hazard lights, got out, dipped it, no oil. But it was about half a mile away from where my mechanic lives. So I was able to walk over and get oil, filled her up. So touch wood, it's been grand since.
Right, because driving with no oil it can fuck it up.
Could have seized down the whole engine, like.
Check a bottom or anything in case there's.
My arse was grand, you know. So I checked my bottom.
Right. No, that's all. I had a mixture. Do you have those seat warmers? I would call them heated seats.
Heated seats, yeah.
Good shit.
No, so it was grand in there. It's grand.
My car never seems to not have a fucking light on it. I forget this thing now comes up, but my car is quite over dramatic. Like I was driving last week and I like indicated left, and my indicator would, and then it started going well fast. You ever see that thing where it goes well fast?
The bulb's gone.
And it was all check left ignition, service needed. I was all service needed. You fucking wise up. It's grand. I don't care if it does that there. It flashes a wee bit faster, so you need to take your car in for a service. Fucking wise up.
I think that means the bulb's gone.
I just couldn't give a shit. To be honest.
Do you ever see all that stuff that the fucking your mechanic adds on when you leave it in? I left my car in once for something fucking silly, I don't know. And the next thing it was like the bill was like fucking £260. Whereas all these other things like headlight alignment and all, and I was what the fuck?
You didn't ask for any of that.
Ask for that.
My mechanic's my brother, so
you're alright,
I just get it sweet.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I had to save a car yesterday on Fountain Hill. So what happens sometimes when some people park in Fountain Hill, see trying to reverse back,
They get out
again.
It can be tricky.
And then the car keeps shooting forward because they can't get the proper bite on it because it's so fucking steep.
Yes.
Happens all the time.
I've had a similar situation on Fountain Hill, but I got away with it alright. But I remember being all like, ooh.
I know, that's a scary one. Like, so there was a car sitting at the bottom of our steps, and it was a Wexford car, it was a wee Micra.
Right.
And it was about an inch from the car in front, and I could see it was sort of pulled out a bit, and I knew somebody had tried to get out. So I was grand. A few hours later then I went out the front. I was going out to the car to get something, and this head popped round from the bottom of the steps. There was this girl, Wexford girl, and she's like, do you know who owns that car in front? Could you ask them to move it? Because I don't want to take the chance of trying this again. Didn't know who owned it, so I was like, do you want me to have a wee go? And I just revved the shite out of it, let the handbrake off, and it was away. Like,
I'm sure she was fucking, you're her hero.
Oh, big time. Yeah, it felt good. Like, yeah. I seen the cops get stuck like that in Fountain Hill before, too.
I bet you didn't help him, but.
No. They sitting and they just kept trying to reverse, and the car kept going forward. And they must have been shitting themselves. Like, suppose the weight of a cop car too. Like, but anyway, they should be able to fucking handle it.
No, that's true.
So I was just laughing out the window, waving at them and all.
I seen a wee girl one time. It's actually, and I worked in Duns too. I know that how it comes up past Fitzroy's.
Yeah,
from down
it's
like
steep wee one. Bridge Street.
Our Pritz, like brand new wee car, must have been one of our first things driving. Only a wee young girl, like. And I'm standing out, whatever, and smoke or whatever, and see her getting up, and I think I hear a bit of commotion first. What I hear like revving. she's outside Fitzroy's, right, and she had to stop because there's cars in front, but then they're moving, and she's trying to hang. And there's a whole row of cars behind her, and she tried like basically it was like rev and then stop, and then car would conk out, and then rev stop, car would conk out. She actually ended up almost sitting sideways. This happened like 3 times. So I was standing, and I was all right. I'm gonna go over because that's fucking lousy. So I literally like took the first step to walk over, and as I did that, the boy behind her jumped out of his car and was all like, you know, so he like basically got in their car and like drove it up a hill around the corner, and then like jumped out and ran back to his own car, like. But she was just standing there, like, I think she was actually crying.
I would say, man. And then the pressure of it too, like.
And you never want to drive up a hill again there. No. They're like scars you for life. You know? But if it happened nowadays, if it happened to me now, I just be can I get moving, boys? What are you going to do? Nightmare. Do you know what I mean? You wouldn't care as much, but when you're really young,
man. Yeah.
Once you get if you just fucking get the handbrake up.
See, my car now has like a wee automatic fucking flick button.
Mine's the same.
So it's I'm grand. I'm a good driver now. I can get started in any hill, no bar. Do you know what I mean? But the handbrake, it's much easier with the physical handbrake. My thing now is just a wee, and then you just drive. You don't release it. You just drive and it fucking goes away.
I love it. I love reverse. I always reverse park, like. I just can't get the hang of fucking front parking, get on the front first.
Right.
Anyway, I love reverse parking, but when I do it in Fountain Hill, there's always loads of traffic. But I've got really good at it. You know what I mean? We've been living there a few years, so it's just one go, and you'd see people driving past then going, sort of nodding.
People just look at you,
especially taxi drivers.
I know.
They sort of look and they'll nod.
I pulled on there where you when you pop beside it and then you reverse on them, and we tiny wee space on that just the bottom of Clarendon Street the other day too, and I literally got out of the car. Like,
it feels good.
I feel like where people should have been standing clapping. You know
I should be a fucking Top Gear.
If you don't care about it too. That there's a piece of cake.
I do it all the time.
And you walk around the corner and you're fucking
yeah.
Sometimes I love driving, sometimes I absolutely fucking hate it. It depends. Like, I used to think I would love a job where I was like driving around, even like no deliveries or something. But then I get wild angry in my car sometimes.
Right.
And if I had to do that every day during like no traffic, and then you have to get somewhere and you have to go up a wee tight street and all, I started being no, actually I would fucking hate that.
It's driving around this town that makes you fucking hate driving.
But driving in any city, it's tough going. I love getting out in a good big open road drive. I love driving.
Belfast,
I do enjoy driving too, under the right circumstances. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But what was the biggest drive you've done?
Somewhere I drove down to like my mate's wedding down in like Wexford or somewhere, Wicklow maybe, probably there.
Mine was 2 weekends in a row going to Kerry. We had 2 separate things on, myself and Sarker. There was somebody's birthday one weekend in Kerry, and then the week before was I can't mind.
Up and down to Kerry 2 weekends in a row.
Yeah.
Jeez, I would have fucking lived there for a week. Just
I was tough going. But it was class again. Just loved the drive.
The ring of Kerry.
Good drive.
The ring of Kerry.
Hey, we might make it a wee shorter one today, will we? Because of sickness and all that, Sean.
Are you afraid now you're going to get some?
Yeah.
Well, it's already in there if you're going to get it. Like.
Yeah.
But we've all got shit to do.
We've shit to do, and I think you've given us enough of your time, Sean.
Yeah, I'm going straight out after this. I'm going a drive.
Wrap up arms, sir.
Yeah.
Need to go out and work on my mental well-being.
That's it, man. It's important. And I get out and get a wee bit of fresh air around the gills too.
I want to get a wee walk and see some Irish fucking seas.
It's good to see water.
Lovely Irish landscapes.
Sea air is good for the soul, if not anything else.
100%.
You know get a wee cafe somewhere.
Yeah.
Coffee. I was actually going to grab I was lit coming over, so I was dying for a coffee. I was lit coming over, so I drove past the wee place on Spencer Road. Do you ever go to the wee coffee place down there? It's called like Sinistrew or something. It's fucking really nice.
Yeah, I've heard.
Just at the bottom of the hole, basically. But it was closed.
Bastards.
So fuck them.
Fuck them.
But no, just while we're on that, the nicest coffee in Derry at the minute, in my opinion, is a new wee place up in the Academy Road called Graft.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking class. Yeah. Really, really nice. And they're well sound folks in there too. So get up there and get a wee coffee on these now.
Lovely.
I'm trying to get on one of the wee dairy meetups. They do up, what dairy meetups?
Right.
Do you hear about them and stuff? It's a wee group in the town. They try and I don't know exactly, but I know like one of the things they do like a wee Irish night in Graft.
Right there.
So they bring people together and you can speak basic Irish and
sweet.
Get a wee coffee and just try and fucking converse. Doesn't matter if you're a fucking pro or a beginner. Or,
yeah.
So
I want to learn Irish too, some stage in my life.
Man, I was just talking about that yesterday too. Like, I might try that wee app that you use.
Yeah, I'm on
Duolingo.
I feel like I'd be better with like a wee class though. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I know Duolingo could be handy too. But as you said before, it's like AI, American-made AI teaching you Irish. It just seems.
You know, sometimes the pronunciations are wrong, so sometimes they do double check things online. But it's handy to just keep it sort of in your head, like because I'm on day like 133 or something. So. It's good. You have to like commit to it, or it keeps fucking annoying you with notifications. So you just do your like 10 minutes a day. It's grand.
My sister's a big Irish head. She does work for like TG Cahir doing like Irish subtitles and stuff for programs and all. So.
Oh wow.
So she does.
Yeah, that's class. I would love to be able to. I always feel fucking guilty that I don't.
Like, that's terrible.
When we were over in Edinburgh, there was this guy I was telling you before sat down beside me, and he was from Turkey, but he speaks fucking 8 languages.
I remember that.
And he was like, "And how many do you speak?" And I was like, "One."
One.
I was like, "Don't even speak your own fucking language."
No.
Like, yeah, but he was disgusted. He was like, "No way! You only speak one language." And then
where the fuck's to get all the time to learn 8 languages?
I don't know, man.
Jesus.
Do you know what? I was only taking his word for it. In fairness, yeah, right. He
probably knows fucking
double Dutch.
How to say hello in 8 different languages. That was it. Yeah, because we all know that. Like,
no.
Bonjour, ciao,
hola,
Didich, fucking
sheshe, or whatever that means. I always hear Chinese people saying it. Shay shay.
Yeah. So how do you say goodbye?
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. Bye. You just go, see you after.
This has been Mind the Time podcast.
It has.
It has.
Sick edition.
That flew in. Fuck. Not on form.
No. Oh, that's good. Anyway, this has been Mind. I know I thought it was. I didn't think it was as hungover until I started. To be honest with you.
No, I've got a wee head in me too. Yeah, sure, it's great.
We've the whole day now to ourselves.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to do some writing today.
Delicious.
Yeah, I have my office all cleared out and I'm just ready to work.
Stand up.
Stand up.
Class.
Yeah, it's the plan. Get plenty of.
Oh, do you have your office all read out, aye?
I don't know.
Well,
Brought
my
some
house has
boxes
got a
off
wee
the
bit,
Sean's.
more, what's the word? Fucking cluttered.
Well, it was all the earphone boxes.
Aye.
I was like, we might as well leave them up with the earphones. Like, there's no point having just the boxes in my house. Like,
That's their home.
taking up room. So this has been Mind the Time podcast.
Yes, it has.
Thank you very much, everybody, for listening in. I hope you don't catch anything off this podcast.
No.
Shawnee boy, I hope you're feeling better soon.
Thank you.
Yeah. Brandy,
We'll be
I
back
hope you
next
continue to feel better. Good.
I will continue to feel good as much as is in my power.
Good.
So fuck them all. Hey.
This has been Mind the Time podcast. Thank you very much. Good luck. Good night. Bye-bye.
See you after. Hey.
Au revoir.
Bye.